Well, today, first up, we put the spotlight on Singapore-based early-stage VC ThinKuvate, announcing the first India-focused fund. And Addison Appu is the partner at ThinKuvate, joining in to talk a little bit more about this. Thanks so much for taking time out. So tell us a little bit more about the startups that you're looking to invest in via this fund and what it's all about.
Yeah, so the corpus is about 100 crores to start with a green shoe option as well. We intend to invest in early stage tech and tech-enabled companies across India, primarily looking at disruptive startups, and the backbone will be tech, but horizontally, we can look at AI, ML, robotics, deep tech. Vertically, we can look at health, cybersecurity, agri-tech. We can look at consumer brands, which are the talk of the town and growing very fast. And we are also interested to look at the sustainability and climate tech startups. The typical check size per startup would range up to 3 crores, and we are looking to make at least 12 to 15 investments in this financial year as we speak.
So I also understand that you're looking to be conducting a phase-wise investor roadshow. This is going to take place across different cities in Mumbai, like Bengaluru, China, Nagpur, etc., in order to roll out the fund. Tell us more.
So we got the license from SEBI granted in the month of March. We have completed all the regulations as far as the Indian ecosystem is concerned. We initially soft launched the fund in Singapore. I was in Singapore last week. We also participated in Echelon in Singapore. Got a very warm welcome and feedback from the entire ecosystem. In India, we plan to kickstart the roadshow from Nagpur. Ghanshyam, who is the founder, along with Ritesh, who is the founding partner, we will be there in Nagpur, and they belong to Nagpur, by the way. So we intend to start a roadshow from there and cover city by city. The plan is to raise the 100 crores pretty fast. We have pretty strong commitments from outside India, mostly expats and NRIs who see India as a growing ecosystem and want to contribute back, not from the capital perspective, but also want to be part of the growth story by leveraging their knowledge and experience which they have garnered over these years globally. So the idea is to kickstart from Nagpur on May 22nd, and then slowly but surely see how we pan across India.
So it's not just providing capital. You guys are looking to work quite closely with the founders and mentor and guide the founders through their growth journey, as I understand.
So we have always taken a practitioner's approach. If you look at it, all of us come from the industry. I come with about 20 years of financial services, banking, private equity background. Ghanshyam has been running his own companies in Singapore. Ritesh has been part of multinational organizations. Mayank has been part of multinational organizations. So as a team, we follow a very operative module. We not only handhold the founders from helping them from the capital perspective, but also are very instrumental in giving them the right strategy, the go-to-market advisory. And we are looking at companies which are building in India for the globe. So if you look at our entire portfolio, you will see a lot of companies which have created products in India and then have been selected in Y Combinator. They are selling internationally in US markets and Australian markets and Southeast Asia. So a very, very hands-on approach. We have been helping them to expand into different geographies. We can help them on tech advisory. We can help them on GTM advisory, bring the network to play. And most of our LPs are sitting in different geographic locations where cross-border synergies are paramount.
You know, there has been the surge in digital adoption and technologies, this global approach. So tell us a little bit more about that and how you all are looking to blend global perspectives with local relevance in the companies that you're looking at.
Just to cite an anecdote, if you look at how Indian ecosystem has grown, when I was a student, I had a 3315 Nokia in my hand. Today is the proliferation of smartphones across, and I think about 900 million smartphones are active in the country. Data is being consumed like none other across the globe. I mean, India is the largest consumer of data. Uh, AI's advent into the ecosystem is also disrupting a lot of processes. Uh, we look at India as a growth engine for the future. If I look at investor returns across the various markets, be it public or private markets or any other asset class, uh, the fact that India, with all its uh, intricacies, is still growing north of 6 or 7% year on year, and it is there in the wish list that it can grow up to 8 to 9%. You're looking at serious value creation and wealth creation in the ecosystem. So our thesis is revolving around that, and being part of this great country, and also working across different markets, we feel that right now this is India's time to grow. The policies and the regulations are evolving, and I believe that they are changing for good. And there will be a lot of thrust on corporate governance, which I feel is an area which can improve further. But having said that, our DD process is such stringent that we have looked at roughly 9,000 odd startups in the last 5 or 6 years and have only invested in 22. So we are very particular on five core aspects. We look at the quality of the founder, the size of the market. Of course, we look at competition, what the company has been up to in terms of traction, and our entry point, which is the valuation. Among these five factors, if the tick boxes are there, we usually end up investing.
And what's the mandate? It's going to be companies that are clearly revenue generating, right? What kind of market acceptance or what kind of traction are you looking for before putting in money?
Very good question. See, we have looked at idea stage startups. Some of them are pretty good ideas, but we believe in execution. We believe in the jockey and not the horse. So we will refrain from investing in idea stage or pre-revenue startups. But having said that, if a company has POC revenues and is on the right track, they may have IP or a patent and are wanting to grow, then we are there, because I think the team understands the IP part very well, and we want to look at products and solutions which can actually disrupt the market and then scale globally. So the short answer is we will typically look at uh, POC plus revenue startups and not idea stage and pre-revenue startups.
And what's the long-term vision?
See, a lot of people are sitting with dry powder in the ecosystem due to the funding winter. We have seen some of the bigger startups fail. Path to profitability has become the key mantra for most of the startups now. They have to believe that they have to remain frugal and then chase their dreams. For us, being cross-border, sitting in Singapore and now having presence in India, a physical presence in India, we believe we can act as the bridge between international LPs and the India growth story. Having said that, we have already invested nearly 50 or 60% of our portfolio today sits in India. We have looked at global startups as well. So for us, it is very, very important that people who are seriously interested to be part of this ecosystem, which is growing. And if you look at the country as a whole, it is tipped to become the third largest economy in the world in the next a few years. So obviously, there is a lot of growth that is going to take place, not just in terms of consumer, but also in terms of data, tech, and also I would say even security will become a big part, cyber security for that matter, and not to say sustainability will also be very, very important. So our thesis revolves around that, and we believe that India is poised now for growth, and we want to act as a bridge between the international resources, capital, and the India story. So that is how we are looking at it for the next 2 to 5 years time frame. We intend to deploy the capital in the next 3 years. Having said that, we are also scouting for good startups across India who can fit into the bill and work with us.
All right, good to have you on board. Thanks so much for joining in. We'll take a very short break. Be right back with more.